Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, September 23rd, and this is Jenny with Stampin' with Jen. And let me locate my, let's see, it says I'm live. Let's see, let me find myself on here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. There I am. So, welcome. Oh, there's a glare there. You know what? I'm going to turn off that one light and get another light on. Hold on a moment. That one light's great for working, but did it save it? I know there's a delay. It looks like it's still there. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Jenny Fetz, and I am a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator. There we go. The glare's gone. Sorry, distracted. Let me start over again. My name is Jenny Fetz, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator outside of San Francisco Bay Area. I'm right outside the San Francisco Bay Area in East Contra Costa County. And welcome you to Stamping with Jen, Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. My friend and partner in crime, Tammy, did her card, the designed and alternate card from this kit, Handmade and Heartfelt kit. Fun kit, love it. She did the rainbow one, very cute designs. I'm going to do another one, but first I'm going to show you what's in our kit. And then I'm going to show you how I made the original design as well as oh, welcome Tammy, no problem. We got started a little late. So thank you for joining. And then I will show you what comes in the kit. Then I will make my two cards, and then I'm going to make this cute, and this makes this kit even better. I mean, the cards are fabulous, but this card makes a great organizer. And I'm going to put together the organizer on the live today and show you where you can find a video as well on this it shows you how they put together the kit. And then if you pop over on my blog, I will have a link to Tammy's video. She actually shows you what you can use it for other than storing your cards in. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, the Handmade and Heartfelt kit. It comes in, it's a bigger box than normal. I'm not going to close it all the way, but this is the box it comes in because of the length of the kit. We're going to open up. I went ahead and stamped ahead of time. You get the stamp set of sentiments, and this is the stamp, each of the sentiments: wishing you the best, hello sunshine, happy birthday, thanks so much, thinking of you, and to and from. You can use these for the envelopes. They're all photopolymer sets. And the ink, looking forward to seeing me put together the holder. Me too. Hi, Patty. But the ink in this is Secret C. And so you get an ink spot along with the stamps. You get envelopes, and all the envelopes are the same. They're this great Lost Lagoon color. So I love these. These are great. And you can put the from up here and then stamp the to down here in a place to address or add that to. So let me show you the cards that come with it. There's 4 designs and 2 of each card. So you get a total of 8 cards. You might have to zoom out a little when I build the kit. Yeah, I'll zoom out with my camera. You're right, Tammy. But this was a fun rainbow set that you can watch Tammy put together. And I love the colors here. The coordinating colors are Petal Pink, Basic Beige, Crumb Cake, Lost Lagoon, Secret Sea, and Very Vanilla. So let's go ahead and we're going to put that's one of the cards you can put aside. I'm going to put these aside. This is another card, and this has, I'll show you, there's some other dies, like ephemera that you use to coordinate that, but I haven't punched all of those out yet. Actually, I can give you a sneak, but this is what it looks like. This card makes this card, and the card that Tammy did looks a little bit like that. And have this card base and this panel, which makes this card right here, and there's seashells to go with it. I love it. There's so many different themes on here. It's not just ocean themed. It's not just floral. It's got floral, rainbow, sea. It's got fun, cute little animals. These two here, and you punch the holes out on these, and it fits right over and does a peekaboo for these birds. Very cute. Let's move this aside. And let's see. And then the card that I'm doing. I am doing this one fun one with the banners. And it has this peekaboo here, circle. And so we're going to go ahead and put that together. But before I do that, let me show you all of the other things that come in this kit. Move the instructions aside, move my card aside. You get Stampin' Dimensionals. You get some baker's twine or linen baker's twine, and very vanilla. You get glue dots and some gold glitter embellishments. I love these blue sequins. And then you get a block. Now these blocks are a little thin. They work if you don't have any blocks, but if you have regular blocks, I like to use those instead because they're a little bit thicker and easier to hold on to. So we're going to put those in there. Put this off to the side, and then they started falling out, but here's the ephemera that I was telling you about that goes with the cards. We've got beautiful flowers, like a string of flowers. Here you've got some individual flowers here, and you gotta be really careful because these are very delicate. You've got some seashells that go with that. Let's move these aside. Let's see. Oop, more seashells falling apart. I'm gonna move these off to the side. You have banners that you use to stamp your sentiments on. This one is the one I'll be using for my card. And then you get these white banners as well for some of the other, or labels to use for the cards. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you. I love it. These kits come with instructions, and let's see, the card I'm going to make is this one right here. Oh, it's sort of funny, Tammy. You did this rainbow one. I did this one. And they're on the same page. And it gives you all the information you need. So I'm going to need the stamp that says happy birthday. I need one of my Lost Lagoon labels. I need this card layer with the die cut and the looks like die cut little rays of sunshine. I need the card with the banners on it. And it says down here, I need 15 inches of the twine. So let's go ahead and get the twine out. I'm also going to need some of my blue sequins. And I'll be using my, my Stampin' Dimensionals. And the reason I pulled out, and that's one of the reasons why you see I have here my grid paper, is for the ruler. But if you notice on the side of your instructions, there is a ruler here. So you could always measure if you don't have grid paper or a ruler. Let me find my edge. There we go. You can measure it out by putting it right here on the 0 and going out to 9 inches, and then 9 plus 6 is 15. So then we're going to run it over to the 6, and I'm going to put my thumb right there. Excuse my reach. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to cut it right there, and there's my 15 inches of thread. And I'll just double check my math. And it's a little bit more. It's like 15.5 inches. No worries. So let's go ahead and put my scissors away. So let's see, the steps for making this card are as follows. I'm going to get my happy birthday stamp out, and I'm going to get my block. You know what? I'm going to show you how to use the block that comes with this. Now, because these are photopolymer sets, I highly recommend you condition them. And the easiest way to condition them is to, you can rub an eraser on them, like one of those white photopolymer type erasers. Let's see, I've got one here. Sort of something like this. You can rub this on there. I've rubbed it on my jeans before, but you always want to clean it afterwards. But what I have found to be the most successful is using my Versamark, and I just stamp that on my Versamark, and then I stamp it on ink, and you get the nice crisp images. So let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to show, it shows here, I'm going to put that happy birthday, I'm going to stamp it right here. So let's get my secret C out. And let's see, there we go. And when I open up my, I think I've shared this in the past, when I open up my ink spots, I usually only open one side so that I can flip the lid and then it just closes back up again. So we'll do this and we'll just tap on the stamp. Let's see, make sure everything's in screen. Sometimes I'm so used to working where I pull everything closer to me as I'm doing it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp right here. Push down, don't wiggle. There we go, nice clean stamp. So we're gonna set that aside. And this is so easy. We're gonna take this and we're going to burnish it. All right, turn it vertical so the banners are going across. Now we're gonna look at this, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Stampin' dimensionals. And I think I've got them buried. Oh, there they are. We're going to put 5 Stampin' dimensionals, 1 in each corner, and then 1 right down here. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These kits are perfect for traveling, and I'm getting excited because we're moving into a season of life where we're going to be doing a little more traveling, and I want to be able to still stamp in the evenings, but I don't want to take my entire craft room with me. I can't take my entire craft room with me. So my goal is to gather a couple of kits that I can take with me, and maybe some coordinating cardstock. So if I want to do alternate cards, I don't have to do them exactly all the same as the instructions are, but I don't have to take my entire craft room to be able to craft while we're out exploring. So, all right, let's go ahead and put this on here. I'm going to stand up so I can get this centered. Let's see. There we go. I love how that does that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put, let's see. I think we're going to do some glue dots. Now, actually, what we're going to do is, I'm looking at this, they have dimensionals on this, but we definitely have to attach the ribbon down here. So I'm actually going to put a couple glue dots down here, or you can use Stampin' Seal. We're going to use some glue dots. Take those off, and it looks like we just have a little zigzag back and forth. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go, I'm going to put right, so there, and then we're going to go down here. Let's see, down here. Wait a minute. No, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. Sorry, folks. I was looking at it and it was backwards. So I'm going to put a loop here. Here's my card. Here's my Stampin' dimension, or my label. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a loop here. And then I'm going to bring this around and do a loop. a loop here. And you know what? I'm going to put another glue dot down there. Sorry, folks. Save the punch out holes. Save the punch out holes for sentiments on other cards. Yes, you can. Are you talking about the little tiny ones, right, Tammy? From these, the little dots? Yeah, you could put little tiny sentiments on there. Always reuse them. All right, I'm going to put a third glue dot right in between. And we're going to go this way. Because I want to look at this, and it's got the line, the ribbon that goes this way. So I'm going to go. All right. And go up. And go down this way. I don't know if I really needed the whole 15 inches, but that's just me. I'm actually going to cut this a little short. Where's my ribbon? I have special scissors for ribbon so that I don't. You know what? I'm still not liking that, folks. I want to put a little bit closer. So we're going to put these right like that. And right like that. All right. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. And I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter too, here. And then I'm going to put a couple Stampin' Dimensionals here and here. And then we're going to put this right there. And then we're going to put our blue sequins. All right. Where's my thing? Sorry if you can hear my husband talking. He's talking, like I said, we're getting ready to move into a transitioning. We're talking to movers about costs because my husband retires at the end of this year, and we're going to be looking at moving out of state. So there we go. So there is card number 1 as they have instructed here. The ribbon's a little off, but that's okay. So that's card number 1. Now let's go ahead and show you the alternate. And I'm going to use, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use just this part for my card. And I'm going to use one of the stamps. I think, let's see, which one do I want to use? I think I'm going to say Thinking of You, the Thinking of You stamp. So I'm going to pull that out. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a different color. Now I looked at the colors, and the colors are Lost Lagoon, Pretty Pink, Petal Pink, Crumb Cake, and Secret Sea. And I have found that this soft sea foam goes really well with those colors. So I'm going to cut a piece at 8.5 by 5.5, and then I'm going to score 4 1/4. And there we go. Score that 4 1/4. Oop, I set everything on top of that. And then I'm actually going to put this here. I'm going to attach it directly on, and this is where I'm going to use my own. You thought it was interference from my earbuds. No, it was my husband talking. I am going to actually make use of this piece of ephemera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my circle, my crumb cake, I guess you could say the crumb cake layer with the circle cut out. I almost want to say it looks like a sunshine. You know what? Let's go ahead and we're gonna burnish this. I feel like a little scatterbrained today for some reason. A lot on my mind. But we're gonna go ahead and center this. All right. Now we're going to stamp Thinking of You. Oh, got to get that Stampin' Dimensional off. I'm going to stamp my Thinking of You right about there. Let me get, you know what? We're going to take this off and use the other one just because I don't feel like pulling out another block. All right. Let's go ahead and... Oh my, you know what? Let's clean that off real quick because I got it on the stamp. I'm going to pull another block out after all. Well, let's see if we can do it. All right, we're going to just tap it. This is how I like using my ink spots, is I tap. All right, we're going to go ahead and put Thinking of You right about there. Oh, I love those two colors together. And then we're going to take this and we're going to, I'm going to probably snip off a couple small pieces here. Excuse my arms. I think we're going to snip off these leaves, or this. I'm going to snip off this right here. Well, let's make sure we want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to snip that off. Well, yeah, we're going to snip this off. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to snip it off. Let's see, we're going to cut. There we go. Snip that off. And then we're going to attach our Stampin' Dimensionals on this. All right. I'm going to put a few of them on here. I might even, you know what I might do? Have you ever seen anybody do this before? I like to make use of everything on the Stampin' Dimensionals, even the edges. And I just slice them. And then that gives me a little, like a little long rather than one, two, three, four, five, six, a six-sided. It gives me that. So let's go ahead and pull these up. We're gonna take these off. All right. I don't know about you guys, but it's been really hot here lately. And we've been living with the AC on. So I'm gonna bump this. I love how this frames it. And I love, this isn't soft seafoam, but it really blends well with that. So we're gonna do that. And then I think we're gonna add a few of the gold sequins on there. So let's go ahead and put some gold sequins. Oops. There we go. Do another one. The blue would look really pretty on this too, but I like, there's something I like about the gold, putting the gold on there. Oh, I think we're gonna go down here. All right, there is our alternate card. Isn't that pretty? I just love how you can take all of these pieces, you can follow the directions and have a great card, or you can take all of the pieces and get creative and go rogue, as we like to say, and me and my friends like to say, Patty and Tammy, we all talk about going rogue. We go rogue with our cards. So there is our card, our alternate, and then here is our original card. And I would love to know which one's your favorite. If you have one, you can put it in the comments here on Facebook, or if you're watching this on YouTube replay, you can put it on there. Let me know which one is your favorite. If it is, oh, this is out of the camera. Oh, and then after this, we have to put together the box. So I'm gonna have to, let me clear up a little space before we can put the box together for you guys. But I'd love to know which one you love it. You like both. Hi, Katie, welcome. You like both. I'm glad you like them both. Let me get this cleared up. And excuse my arms. Let's see, Patty says, you love the flowers. That, I can imagine, that one would be pretty, isn't it? I love the flowers on this. I love the way it frames the circle. It's so pretty. But all right, let's go ahead, and Tammy loves them both. I'm gonna move these away and try not to make you guys dizzy. I'm gonna pick up my camera and zoom out a little bit. We'll see how that goes. And then we're going to put together the box. Now, just so you know, there is an area on here. I was looking at it. Here's the instructions for putting together the box. It's the very first one. So actually, when they say that this project, this kit has 6 projects, it's actually 5 cards. I'm sorry, I said earlier, I said there was 4 cards. There's actually 5 cards. You've got 6 projects, 5 cards, and then you've got the other project is the box. And here's the instructions for putting the box. And I will admit, with my age and my eyes, I had to use my camera to zoom in on these little words here. And all it says is crease. And so like, okay, let's look at this and play with this a little bit more. And I found this code. Now, you can use this QR code, and it'll take you to YouTube, and it will show you Sarah, the CEO of Stampin' Up, putting this box together and making these cards. It's a great video if you want to see more about each of the cards too. So let's go ahead and put this together. We have the card box, or the box here. We have our separator and our other smaller pieces that create more. Oh, it goes like this. So it's going to go like this. So we're going to do this. Let's put these 3 pieces together first. All right. And then we're going to crease this right here. And you see the adhesive on the panel, and the other piece has the adhesive too. So we're going to bend those, and you crease these out as well. And this, you have 2 little notches here. Those sit right in that hole, those holes right there. And that's what's going to go inside of the holder, or the card area holder. So I'm going to move those aside. I know they might fall out. And then we're going to open this up. It comes flat. You're going to pop it open like this. And if you look on the sides, you see a 1 on the side and a 2 on the side. Let me see if you guys can see that. So there's the 2 and there's the 1. And if you look actually on this, you can sort of see it. There's a number 1 right there, and there's a number 2 right there. Those are going to attach to the outside walls of this. But first we're gonna pull this down. And it's a little, I've already played with it a little bit so that it moved together rather easily. And let me show you another thing to show you. You see these 3M strips? Those will come off, and they are sticky strips. And there's those there, and then there's some inside here on these tabs. So I'm gonna pull this stick. Let me pull this one off. All right. And then we're gonna fold this down. What I've done ahead of time, I'm gonna not do too much, but I folded this already a few times just to get it loose. And then I'm gonna push it straight down so that it's sitting on the desk, and you go straight down and put it together like that. Now we're gonna pull these sticky tabs. If you can, you know what? Get my dental tool. You pull that up, and then pull this side up. All right. Dental tool to the wind. All right, and we're gonna pull them up and attach them to the inside. All right. Now, first things first, you're gonna take this and pull this tab off. That's the number 4. Oh, Oh, look at this. I just noticed they had numbers on them because those were covered. But if you look on the inside as well, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a 3 here and a 4 here. So that coordinates with these too. So let's go ahead and take those off. Then I'm going to take the ones on the side off. And we're going to carefully insert. All right, folks, give me just a moment. We're gonna put these in. All right. Touch there. Sorry if my head's in the way. There's the 4 attached there. And we'll put and attach them there. And attach the 1, attach the 2, and the 3 goes down and attaches, and the 4. There we go. And now I'm just gonna use my fingers and my hand to reinforce by rubbing down on the cardboard pieces and put it. You had to add smaller one in last. Yeah, I was watching, and they on the video that I watched, they did all of it at the same time, but I can see how you could do that last. But this is a great, and it's so sturdy. So let me show you. Put your cards in. There's room for all the cards in here. There's room for, where did I put the envelopes? There's room for the envelopes once the envelopes are folded. So there's room for all the cards here and the envelopes here, and any other, like for pens, if you want to write, you can put your pens for signing your cards, or pencils. I use mostly pens. But you can put your pens in there. You could probably put a strip of stamps right here. Anything else? Or, and that's if you're using this for cards. However, if you got Tammy's video, she's got some great ideas of how else you can use this, not just for cards, but for other purposes as well. So when you get a chance to watch, after watching my video, when you get over to my blog, you can click on Tammy's YouTube video to see how she used this. I might actually use this sort of in a way to keep things organized when I'm traveling. So I'm looking forward to this. But first I have to complete all these cards, and I'm going to do that while watching the replay of World Card Making Day. I will be traveling that day, but I will be watching the replay. I signed up for it. There is a link in my blog to sign up for World Card Making Day. You can buy this kit ahead of time and use it and craft along with them. Or if you, unlike me, you can't attend the actual event online, you can watch the replay and craft along with them with that. And that's what I plan on doing. So I'm going to save the rest of this kit for World Card Making Day while I'm traveling. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And you know what? In the chaos of what's called my desk, I don't see my information for my blog. So let me write it down for you here. You can go to my blog at www.stampin, Stampinn with Jenn.com. There's 2 N's in Stampin and 2 N's in Jenn, and you might grab another kit. It's so good. You know what? It really is. This is a great kit, and it's only available until while supplies last. So if you don't have one and you want one, I would say grab it. I really like these cards. I might actually add another kit to my list of things that I'm purchasing in the next couple weeks. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great time. I hope you join us for World Card Making Day next week. Tammy and I are going to be doing a sketch challenge, and it's one of our favorite. It's from our favorite sketch group. It's Mojo. It's a Mojo Monday group sketch, and I'm looking forward to doing that with you. In fact, I was playing around with one of my sweets this afternoon to try it out, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use that sweet or if I'm going to use one of my other sweets. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Have a great week, and we will see you next Tuesday for Teacher Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. Have a great week. Bye-bye.